My check 1 2, my check 1 2 3. I can hear me. Can I hear you?
Ah, yes, Sirski.
All right, J.A.B Nation, we're back and better than ever with another episode. Now, I remember on the last episode, or however Jalen's going to edit this, I said that Haley and DDG's Holly and DDG's relationship is going to be dependent upon Holly. I retract that statement because
That retract.
yeah, I'd retract that statement
Okay, why you say that?
because I retract that statement because DDG can leave just because if he wants to leave, he can get tired of her.
Man,
So it can be dependent on him. So it can be dependent on either person's. Me personally, my point of view is because you said something about he cares for her. I mean, yeah, I believe that, but I feel like, but in my perspective of who is like whipped over the other person, I feel like Holly is more whipped for DDG than DDG is whipped for Holly. That's just my
I don't know.
analysis of the situation. Okay, why do you believe? Do
Man, he
you
bought he
like
bought that woman a Birkin bag.
so? Money don't mean nothing.
That's
Money
a
don't
lot of
know.
money. That's a lot of money on. I ain't gonna lie.
So
Even if I
because
did have
let
billions
me
of
tell you why.
dollars,
Let me tell you why. Let me tell
Birkin?
you why. Let me tell you why that don't matter. It's much harder for a man to be loyal than to spend money on a person.
I mean, I didn't. I don't think they're going to
Loyalty is
taint.
much harder for men than to spend money on a woman.
Yeah,
A
but I
man
don't
would
think it's going
a
to.
man would much rather spend money on a woman than be loyal to her. So that's why I say that.
Yeah, but still, I don't think it's going to taint as you know what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to taint as bad as some people are expecting it to. I think it's kind of equally, you know, she can leave whenever. And I'm pretty sure she has a support system with her sister that's like,
She's in love with that man.
yeah, he in love with
He
her
can
too.
literally embarrass her and cheat on her. She's not leaving.
Yeah,
She
she
is
is,
his
bro.
loyal companion.
She
She is
has
like a
more
dog
respect. She has more respect than that.
for
She
herself.
has more self-respect than that. Yes.
So
Why you don't
now
think so?
Chloe on the other hand,
Why do you
that's
think
yeah.
so?
Because I don't think so. This man can literally embarrass her and she won't she's not leaving. She's in love with this
But
man.
what if he's in like okay, I think you're informing to the diss track he made, right? The diss track
Yeah.
song. Okay,
Yeah.
I never heard that song, but I did hear something about like him saying something about her in the mermaid movie about
Uh-huh.
her and the guy holding hands
Uh-huh.
at the premiere or something. Like I think we even talked about it like on the previous podcast. But it's
We
just like
did.
it's bro. I think he's informing her on like content. I feel like it's more content based. You know how like
You see him in music videos with all these other girls and then make a diss track in her little music video she be making about him? No. With men, it's about pride and respect for men. It's not that about with women. Women don't care. Women don't respect themselves because let me tell you why. When I saw this guy interviewing these girls, they were like in high school, like college. And the question was, would you rather have a guy that abuses you or is fat? Every single last one of them said they want a boyfriend that abuses them rather than fat. He didn't say that the abuser was going to be handsome. He didn't say the abuser was going to have a money. Where is the self respect for themselves? That's why when men say that women are crazy, I 100% believe that because women are crazy. Like,
that's no cap.
why
Women
would
are
you,
crazy.
why would you choose that? It's easier to train a man to lose weight than to train a man to not be abusive. What do you like? What y'all are crazy. Women are crazy. I'm not a woman. I'm not associating myself with y'all because I'm a different breed. I'm a different breed. Like I don't know what is y'all issue. I am not a woman.
Not you saying you're not a
I do
woman.
not want to be associated with y'all at all.
That
Y'all are
is
crazy. Y'all have no self-respect for yourselves. Look at what y'all do. Y'all be on OnlyFans. Y'all have no like self-respect for yourself.
you seen that man, this is off topic of this, but you seen well, it might be on topic. You seen this girl that was talking about the low quality jobs, bro? Like the low maintenance, not the low maintenance. what am I talking about? She was talking about like high value jobs, high value jobs. She was saying what's not high value, bruh. She said you can't work fast food. Obviously, every woman gonna think high. I think most women think fast food is not valuable, but like she said, you can't work fast food. She said you can't work for the government, bro. She said you can't be a garbage man. You can't be a mailman. You can't be a firefighter. You can't be the police.
Okay.
I, I'm
If you're
like,
gonna
yo,
say that, if you're gonna fix your mouth to say that, then men have every right to fix their mouth and say, well, you can't do this. You can't be a fashion model. You can't
man,
be you can't be an OnlyFans girl. Like you have priorities and standards just like he do. You want to restrict him from certain things that he can't do in certain businesses, he can restrict you too. Like, come on, bro. This is a two-way street. Not a one-way street down on downtown Mobile.
yeah.
Come
I
on, bro.
I just think, bro. I just thought it was crazy. Cause I'm like, yo, these. She was like, bruh. She was like, those are not high value jobs. She said any job that's like 75K, 80K, that's not high value. She was like, that's like, she was like, get a Lambo or something. Like, I said a Lambo. Like, come on now. Like what does a Lambo have to, bro? A broke person can fix up enough income to buy a Lambo and be broke in that Lambo. Like, get a
I
Lambo?
I
What?
women women at their core. So I'm not a woman, so don't put me in this group.
So it's
Why you I'm being serious. Do I have a smile on my face?
you start to sound like Cat Williams now, bro.
For real, I'm being serious. Women have no respect for themselves. And I feel like a lot of them are gold diggers. And I feel like,
Most.
and I feel like that's really not their fault.
Why
Women
that?
being, who set up the system long a time ago that women couldn't get educated? Who set up the system that a long time ago women couldn't have certain jobs?
You ain't wrong.
Who?
You ain't wrong.
Us? Women? No, I'm saying
Nah.
us like I'm with them. Women did it?
Nah, you're not wrong, bro. Like, men,
Now,
men
now
did that.
those values, I mean, obviously now you have certain women like me. Well, I keep calling myself a woman. I don't even know what to call it. I'm gonna say a
You can't
woman.
exclude yourself. Like,
No, I'm gonna call myself woman tangent. Like I'm kind of like tangent. You know, a
woman,
tangent line, like off to the
woman
side. Yeah.
tan, woman tan, tan woman.
Okay. Me myself, we haven't. We aren't instilled with those values of you got to get a man to be successful.
Mhm.
You got to be a man to have sustainability because those teachings are still going on today. The whole reason why they instilled those teachings into women in the first place because women quite literally couldn't sustain for themselves. That makes sense why they are instilling that into those women back then because women couldn't get a job, a good paying job. Women couldn't be educated,
Yeah,
which makes sense because all of the power and the money belong to the men. But now we live in a society where that's not the dynamic anymore. Women can have power, women can have control, women can have money. So those teachings haven't been instilled into me. But just because it haven't been instilled into me, that doesn't mean it's not still instilled into women to this day.
yeah.
Like type of thinking is still taught to women. Hasn't been taught to me. That's why I'm woman tangent. That's why I'm not a woman.
I
Okay.
just think it's getting scary out here as far as like finding finding somebody. I think it's easier now. Not easier. I'm not gonna say easier, but I think it's less hard for women to find that guy than guys to find that woman, if that makes sense. I think men, obviously, some men have problems with just themselves and try to enforce things on women that I don't typically agree with. But as far as like what I'm trying to say, I just think men just have an easier time or a harder time finding the perfect woman, if that makes sense, because of the OnlyFans models, the girls, this and
Oh,
that, money problems, all this.
listen,
I just think it's tough out here. You know what I'm saying?
as far as our society goes, even though, like I said, men, no, like I said earlier, women are gaining power now in this modern society in comparison to the past. There's still um a power like structure where men still have more power than women. Okay, let me specifically talk about OnlyFans. Men love to complain about, oh, you got an OnlyFans, like da da da. If a Who is the reason why she has an OnlyFans? Who's majority of the people that pay for women OnlyFans? Who's paying for it?
No
Other
cap.
women.
That's no cap.
The power. I'm
Ain't no
telling you,
cap,
a lot of power still are within are held
bro.
within men. If you want, it can be any type of company. In a sense, her herself is the company.
Yeah.
If you if you want any company to go under, don't buy their product. If you complaining, if we have a whole bunch of men that have an issue with women having OnlyFans, you as the consumer of that product have the
Hmm.
power. Don't just get a whole bunch of men and be like, let's put these women out of business. Okay? You don't like that all these women have all this money from OnlyFans? Make the men stop paying for it. Y'all are the problem. And y'all are the solution simultaneously. That's crazy, right?
Man, y'all is
The
crazy,
reason why she
man.
got money is because of men. And the only way for her to not have this money anymore is because of men. Y'all are the solution.
Yeah.
Like,
But
come on.
but the same guy, like I said, like I'm saying, the same guy that is complaining about the OnlyFans, complaining about her showing her body on Instagram, the same guy that's complaining about all these things about the girl or what she's doing or how she's moving. It's the same guy that is indulging in everything she is doing, you know what I'm saying? Or giving power to what she is doing. So like you're not gonna break that cycle because a lot of guys out here are two faced with what they say. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Mhm.
like the thing you don't like the most, which hypocrite. Like,
Oh man, I can't stand that.
you know what I'm saying? I know you don't like hypocrites. And I think that's where most guys lie. Is they're hypocritical of, saying certain things. And it's it's stupid because bruh, I don't get why we're fighting each other. Like it really doesn't make sense. But it's just like we're gonna have this ongoing cycle, ongoing fight, ongoing everything about what women do, what men do, and it's gonna forever be because we're gonna fight, bro. They're going to find everything else to talk about in the world to complain about each other, bro. So it's just gonna continue to be like this until like either the person complaining finds their person, and then they ain't gotta worry about it no more.
I mean, sometimes I feel bad talking about topics like this because I'm not a player in the game. I'm not dating y'all. Like, I'm not dating any of y'all. Like, I don't date, period. So I feel like I should have no say. But then also, I feel like I kind of sort of have a say because, like, I'm on the outside looking in.
Yeah,
I'm not in it. You know what I mean? I used to. I used to date. I used to talk to people. I don't do that anymore. So I do have some experience. But as far as the OnlyFans thing, instead of just focusing every single last one of your energy as a man, telling women to stop doing OnlyFans, you can also divide that energy up and also focus some of that energy to and tell men to stop paying for it.
no cap.
You can also go to because I feel like OnlyFans is probably owned by some type of man anyway. Men in I
Of
don't think a
course,
woman. Let me look up who owns OnlyFans. I'm pretty sure it's a man. Go to him. Tell him to
pretty
take down that platform.
pretty sure it was like, and I don't even think that's what OnlyFans was supposed to be about. I thought it was supposed to be like something for people to like just put their business on there and people can buy it. It's supposed to be like a Patreon almost.
It's owned by Ukrainian American entrepreneur Leonid Radvinsky. I feel like that's a man.
Yeah, Leo
Yeah,
did
that is a man. It's a white
sound.
man.
Yeah, sound like a guy, bro.
That's a white man. Okay, Ukrainian, but whatever.
But I mean,
Even like you said, it's a subscription service, like you just said. They could make it to where you can't post like anything like sexual on there. They can make that like a feature
yeah,
to where whenever you post something sexual, take it down. But that's not a feature because they know that these sexual content that they post on there, they probably get that's majority of what they getting their money from.
yeah, because they were talking about like, yeah, we're gonna stop this. We're not gonna do it. You know, I think it was talks about it like years ago, maybe like 2, 3 years ago. That we're gonna stop. Explicit content is only for people that's doing like you know business stuff like what I'm
Mhm.
saying. And like I said, it's supposed to be like Patreon where you can sell your information, sell information, or like you would have people subscribe that's real supporters, and you can show them exclusive ticket sales or whatever, merch, blah blah blah. Let's go on, but they never they never came out with like the actual thing for that, and it was just like okay, well, the whole talks about it disappeared, and it's just like okay, well, like you said, it's just a whole bunch of everything. You know what I'm saying? Kind of going into it where people are supporting the one thing people are complaining about, which is the OnlyFans. So it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword with the whole thing. You end up getting cut either way. So it's like, uh, we can't really worry about that side of it, like the OnlyFans. Obviously, that's a side of it, but the OnlyFans thing can't really do anything about that. But like, I just think we find things to complain about with each other that's just ridiculous. Like the whole uh freaking restaurant thing, where to take a girl on a first date. Like they had a whole list of good restaurants. Some things were stupid, but like some things were good. Like that they said they didn't want somebody to take them. Cheesecake Factory is number one. If you can't enjoy Cheesecake Factory, bro, that's expensive in itself. And they were saying that's not. We can say what that girl was saying. It's not a high value place to go on a first date. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what I'm supposed to take you to Ruth Chris? Spend two hundred
I mean,
dollars?
I mean, I think it's a stupid way of thinking. Um, I feel like the fault is hers and men's influence on her. The reason why she's thinking like that because one, women are not very intelligent, and two, because men are constantly telling these women you need a high value man that has all this money and blah blah blah. That's why they're looking for
Mm,
that because
yeah,
they can't. Women can't even think for themselves. Like this man is retarded and telling me this stuff. You telling me I got to do this, that, and the third to be a high value woman, and simultaneously you telling me that if I want this high value man, whatever, whatever, he has to have this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. That's why they sitting here telling you if you take me to Cheesecake Factory, it's a no. Because they listening to these men on these podcasts telling you this is what a high value man has and what he can do for
yeah.
you and blah blah blah. But whatever. Besides the fact, let's talk about this man literally doing the Olympics is coming up, right? So that man that literally hurdled over that judge's like desk, he need whoever is in charge of getting people for the 2024 Olympics for track and field, somebody needs to get that man and
The
put him
high
on the
high jump,
high jump, the hurdles, anything that deals with jumping, get that man on the team stat.
bro. What was
Because
what was that?
the way this man Soldier Boy Superman over this woman's desk.
Yo,
Really, for real. I thought this man was Clark
uh,
Kent the way I saw. All he was missing was the cape. Because how? How?
first of all, the bailiff or whoever, like the security, fired that day. That second, fired because
Come on. I
I
don't blame him.
he
I would
had
have
a running
moved out the way.
start. He had a running start, bro. Like one of y'all could have tackled this man, bro. I know he had triggering words that said "oh," like he could have said "oh H no," like "oh hell no." So he could have said something. that triggered y'all to know, okay, this man finna go. But nah, y'all just sitting there standing around and let this man just yule himself over to the lady. The lady trying to get out the way. And y'all late and delayed. I promise you, every bailiff that was in there, every security guard, police fired that day. That was
That man got
ridiculous.
hops.
He
That
do.
man got
He
hops.
do.
That's all I'm saying. Switching gears, Simone Biles and her husband.
Ooh. This one, I'm actually glad you brought that up.
Biles is very much so like Holly, very much with.
Stop.
Bro.
Stop. Because
Did I
like
say it was a bad thing? I
no,
didn't
no,
because that's what men
no.
want.
I think that part sounds bad. Like that's what men want, which some men do. But I just think I just
What? Even a Christian man will want that. Because what does the Bible literally say what women's supposed to do to them as a wife?
oh serve and obey.
Basically,
Yeah.
the
But
the
like,
Bible when men talk about oh you got to be submissive, when men talk about it is my job to be the head of the household, and then also on top of that, the Bible literally verbatim says that for Eve's punishment and all the women after her, her desire will only be for her husband, and he shall rule over you. I don't know what you like. There's different types of rule because a lot of people like to interpret it well, when they say rule in the Bible, that doesn't mean harsh or whatever, whatever. Okay, cool. God rules over
dude,
us and he ain't quote unquote harsh. You don't think he's harsh from a Christian perspective, but he still rules over you. He still holds judgment over you. He still decides some things about what's going to happen to you in your life. I
yeah.
didn't I didn't say he has to be a cruel ruler, but he's still over you like a boss. You can have a good boss,
Yeah.
but they still over you. They still get paid more than you. They still get more accolades than you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can have the best boss, the best God, whatever, whatever. But hierarchy rise, you not first place, brother, sister. Actually, sister, that's what I need to be saying. You not a person. You are below them. You are beneath them. You are
Uh,
subservient.
more to it, which I think is more so the man has to be a good leader first before anything. Obviously, being a wife and whatever, you know, serve, blah blah blah, obey. But I think it's more so he has to be a good leader, a good head of the household. It can't be none of
Okay.
these people over here that's just saying, "Oh, I need a woman that's gonna submit to me." But like, are you kind of taking care of her needs as far as like protection, providing, covering, whatever the case may be, that she feels safe with you? Are you securing those? But I don't. But I think people dudes get straight into it, like we talked about cherry picking, bro. They get into that part and like, oh, you supposed to serve and obey me. Like, it's just like, no, like, are you, what I'm saying, putting up something that she can be submissive to? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you doing, it's not just being submissive as far as like, oh, I gotta listen to every word he say, or or saying like, I can't, do anything myself. I think it's more so like great leader, great household, great head of the household, like got his stuff intact, godly man, all that. And it's just, will she be willing to submit to you is the question. Like, you know what I'm saying? Will she willing to be submissive?
You can't, the reason why he's saying you women have to be submissive to men is because you can't truly be a leader over someone if you can't control them. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
order for you to lead somebody, they got to listen to what you say. You have to submit to what they tell you. You can't lead nobody if they always got back talk or hard headed or blah blah blah. It won't follow your lead. That's what makes you a leader. If people are willing to let you lead, that's why he's telling you as a woman or as a wife, you have to be submissive. But that still don't negate the fact that he is over you because he can lead you in a certain direction that you as a woman or a wife that you don't necessarily agree with. But it's still your job to let him do it
Uh,
because who's supposed to have to say so. Not you and all your feminine energy. No. Not you with the two X chromosomes. No. Because there's certain order.
Yeah.
Even in like, it's supposed to be like God, Jesus, the church, blah blah. Like there's order to stuff.
Yeah.
Do I agree with it? It doesn't matter if I agree with it. Because it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with, but it's like, hey, it is what it is. But then me, I'm lucky enough to decide, do I want to be putting myself in that position? Because if I ever, like, literally, if I ever decide to marry somebody, he is going to have to be a simp. I'm sorry.
She said you got the simp.
Yeah, he's
Why?
going to
Why you say
he's going
that?
to have to, because I don't want some type of egotistical type of person that be
Right.
like,
Okay.
just because I don't want to ever have anybody come to me and be like, well, you have to do what I say because you literally using the Bible to back up what you're saying.
Mm,
You have to follow my lead and do this for every single situation because this is what the Bible says.
yeah.
No, because I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I've had education. You have to understand there's duality in people. There's certain things that I might be more educated and more on the topic than you are. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're a man and I'm a woman. I'm be like, bro, we might want to do option B. And he's like, nah, we got to do option A just because I feel. No, brother, I
Yeah.
can't submit to you if I don't feel like your leadership is worthy of submitting to.
Yeah.
Then we're going to butt heads and you going to be like, well, I'm not doing my job as a wife. Oh, okay, bye.
Bye.
I'll find somebody who would take my opinion into consideration.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think as far as my
I'm not saying you have to do every single little thing that I say, but you can't negate everything that I say. Like
yeah,
that's crazy.
I think it has to be a partnership and more so because of the simple fact, like, bro, now day and age is like different. Obviously, some women and most women want a man that can lead them. You know what I'm saying? Some women want a man that can tell them or teach them things, right? But I think men have to be open to it also going the other way. As far as like young women having knowledge enough to teach you something. Like you might not know something, but
Men
she
don't
has
agree, but a lot of Christian
yeah.
men don't agree with that.
I think that's where it gets I think that's where it gets like, okay, that's where, the blurred part
Because
of
the
it
Bible
come
doesn't
in.
speak anything about that. Even in the Bible, it says that women should be silent in church. It says in the Bible that women shouldn't have any type of authority over man in church and like lead like that's why I say stuff about like female pastors.
Mhm.
I don't me personally, I don't have a problem with female pastors. But that's me cherry picking the Bible. That's my interpretation of the Bible because I truly, if you want to have a true interpretation, my true interpretation, I don't believe that females should have the right to be pastors.
Mm.
As far as if I want to interpret something from the Bible, but
Yeah,
do I morally agree with that statement? No, I feel like it's okay for a woman to be a pastor just because of the era I grew up in. I guarantee you, if I wasn't born in this era of like modern, like woman type era, and I was born in the era where like women didn't have certain rights to do certain things, I wouldn't have these thoughts in my mind that it's okay for a woman to be a pastor
yeah,
because of the society that I live in. A lot of our interpretations of the Bible and what's right and wrong is based off of the society we live in. All these conversations about, oh, can
yeah,
women do this? Can women do that? Can gay people do this? Can gay people do that? Those questions are only like they change because society changes. But what the Bible's rules never change, regardless of what society does
yeah,
and how we interpret things.
yeah. Well, I mean, I feel it, but we're gonna move back to, I'm gonna switch it back to the whole Simone Biles thing and her boyfriend. Uh,
Mhm.
didn't he say something about like what did he say? Like obviously I kind of know like something about.
He was saying stuff like, I didn't know Simone Biles when I met her and
All right,
stuff like
buddy,
that.
all right, buddy, all right, shut that up, buddy. It's good. Come on, let's let's not lie. You didn't know about some. For is she 4 time gold medal like gold medalist?
And you wanna know what's crazy? Around 2012, doing like the 2012 Olympics, he was tweeting about like Gabby Douglas and other like gymnasts, female gymnasts.
He was tweeting about him that,
He was tweeting about them.
like he
Like he
liked him
was
or something.
like he watches the Olympics and he's a fan, but he don't know who Simone Biles is.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Like, come on, yo. Let's really. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Like, bruh. And we got proof that you used to watch the gymnastics. Obviously, you're gonna run across her, bruh. She does gymnastics for USA, the US of A, America. She does it on a global scale, bro. And you talking about you don't know who Simone Biles is.
Bruh. I'm
What?
to stay on this topic, but kind of switching gears a little bit. I'm like literally fearful for Simone Biles. Do you know how small she is in comparison to this man?
Yeah, she is.
If something like physically, like I don't understand.
I don't think oh
I
okay.
don't get why, like, I understand why women want big, tall, strong men. And a lot of them say it's for like protection. But who's going to protect you from him? Because a lot of men be like, oh, I'm here to provide, security and, protection and stuff like that. Because, they work out and blah, blah, blah. Brother, who's going to protect her from you whenever she do something you don't like?
Yeah.
Because women are annoying.
I just think I think she's just gonna like
And y'all talking
swing.
about women ain't that smart. Why she do something you don't like? You think that's like really not smart? You gonna be able to control your animalistic aggressive because you're more of an aggressor with more
Yeah.
testosterone in your body and you much bigger than her. Because I remember when me and you and it was like Kay and her husband and talking about and he was talking about he was having a argument with her and
Yeah.
he was like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was hard to control like mid swing. Like, bro, this is my girlfriend wife. Like, and he's more aggressive. Like, you mean to tell me that the person that is more aggressive, you expect more control out of that sex than the sex that is less aggressive? Come on now. Come on now. That's like you telling me a little teacup Yorkie, you put more restraints on them, but a gorilla can go and do whatever they want.
Yeah.
No, the opposite. I mean, you can tell a little teacup Yorkie, you expect them to be able to like do all this, but then a gorilla is like, yo, bro, like all this testosterone, you got to control it. No, bro, he got more stuff in him. It's harder for him to control.
Yeah.
You
Uh
gotta.
I think I think this situation was just her
I'm scared for her.
letting him be letting because I heard somebody say this like letting him be the man, letting his stroking his ego as far as like letting him feel like
Yeah,
he had that because of the simple fact, bro. We all know, bro. We all know Simone Biles. She's global. Not just you know what I'm saying across the United across the world, not internationally, like not international tripping, not nationally, but internationally. Like
she was married into this situation.
I remember they was dating.
I don't remember.
He played for the Texans at a point in time, and like
I
she
don't
went
even
to a
know the
game.
man.
She went to the
What's the
game.
man name?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know you, sir. Like, oh, you in the league, but I don't know who you are. Like, bruh, you just a person. Like, she's Simone Biles, and like, but I think it was more so like him just coming out and just being weird. Like, I guess he was tired of people talking about like or asking him, "Hey, you Simone Biles' boyfriend?" No, some like I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just really concerned from the girl's safety because I remember that situation where that football player literally took his wife or girlfriend and slung her across the room into the TV like she was a rag doll.
Dang.
I don't know. Like men physically, y'all scare me. Y'all make me want to get a gun. It doesn't make me want to. I gotta get me a bigger, strong. I gotta like get a guy that's bigger and stronger than everybody else and have him in the house with me. No, it makes me want to get a gun. It
Man,
makes me want to learn Taibo, Tai Chi, Kung Fu. It makes
you
me want to protect myself even more
like
against bigger people. Cause it's like
yeah.
if something pop off physically, cause then a lot of people be like, oh, even if you get with somebody that's skinny, he can still do something. Let me create a picture for you. Let's create a T chart. Okay,
Okay.
let me create a graph.
Okay. Talk to me.
Both men, you have this side, this is a skinny man, and then this side is a big strong man, right? They both can get a gun, right?
Hmm.
We both can have a shootout, okay? So they both get 1 point. Now, one is physically stronger than me, and the other one is kind of like the same level of me as or weaker. The big strong man gonna have 2 points. The skinny man is only gonna have 1 point because of the gun. I want to go against the person with the fewer amount of points. That's all I'm saying. I want the
What?
odds to be better in my favor.
You said help
Shout out
me.
to Hunger Games.
She
Like,
said
come
help
on,
me.
for me,
Help me.
for me.
Like like
Big people intimidate me because I'm small. Like I'm not trying to get a guy that's bigger and stronger than the average Joe because having you with me makes me want to get a gun even more before I even had you with me. I want to
what?
get a gun
Dang, that's crazy. But like I
because
mean that makes
that's
sense, yeah.
intimidating. That's intimidating. Imagine being in an argument with someone big and like imagine you getting in an argument with Kendall. What would like that's intimidating.
I
Like
man.
no, get away from me. I'ma get a gun.
I just think like I hope hopefully like the girl know what she get into. With some girls just go in there like not knowing.
Because women are y'all are dumb. Women are stupid.
But yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy that's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? You got anything else before this thing end?
I don't know. Women are crazy. Men are not the smartest.
That's
We
crazy,
just need to
bro.
work together. I'm not working with either one of y'all on a romantic or sexual level because I don't like either one of y'all. But yeah, but I do love
That's
y'all.
wild. That's a wild
But
saying.
but thanks, J.A.B. Nation. Thank you for rocking with us.
Thank
Until the
y'all.
next one. Re out. Cue the music.
Yes, sir.